What's going on there, Internet? My name's mflareflare, and welcome back to episode number 5 of our Pokemon X and Y Battle Spot Singles Series. So we're going to have the same team as in the last episode of Focus Sash, Crawdaunt, Life Orb, Mamoswine, Choice Scarf, Typhlosion, Choice Specs, Sylveon, Mega Manectric, and Black Sludge, Amoonguss. Let's get right into the battles right away. Had 1 win, 1 loss in the last episode. Last battle, last person DC'd, kind of upset about that. But so they're seeing someone to Japan with a 1588 rating, and he's bringing a powerful team of Mega Ments, Greninja, Superior, whatchamacallit, Mamoswine, Rotom Heat, and Aegislash. Mamoswine takes care of 5-6 of that, my opponent's team, so he's very good. So I think gonna bring Mamoswine, Manectric, and Typhlosion, as they do very well. Crawdaunt could be useful against the Aegislash if I can catch it not in shield form, which is kind of a problem. Actually, Crawdaunt does really well too. It can handle the Mamoswine. So what do I want? I feel like I have a good matchup. That probably means I'm gonna lose. So Typhlosion really only takes care of 2, and I have the answer for that. So as long as if he leads Greninja, I'm gonna have to sack off something. Well, if he leads Greninja, I'll just protect the Manectric, get the speed boost, and call it a day. So we're gonna lead Manectric, bring Mamoswine, and for the last one, can't go wrong with Choice Scarf Typhlosion. You can't go wrong with Choice Scarf Typhlosion. Just can't. That powerful eruption. So good luck to my opponent from Japan with the Ninja Kid sprite. I don't know. And he's gonna lead off with something triangle. Mamoswine, not good for me. So I lead off my Manectric. So I really I don't have an answer to this. So I'm actually gonna Mega Evolve here and protect, just to see. He's probably gonna go for something. I'm gonna get a Spark off and Intimidate off just to see. He's probably gonna go for the EQ here. Yep. So he's at -1. I'm going to go out in my own Mamoswine, because that's really the only thing that can take an Earthquake. I brought 2 of the 3 things weak to Earthquake, so I'm going to go out in my own Mamoswine here and be a Mamo on Mamo, Mamo action. So Manectric, come back. So my Mamoswine is going to be out at a bit of an advantage, sitting at its not intimidating and its Life Door, but my opponent, that's going to... Okay, so that doesn't nearly do a lot, but I am on the clock with Life Orb, so I could go for Earthquake here, but he could easily switch out into the Rotom Heat, which would be a little bit of a problem. I'm just gonna go for... if he goes out into Rotom Heat, so be it. Not much that big, so I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake. So I think... So, showing he's Scarfed by going first is probably not going to be well for the Mamoswine. I'm going to have 1, 2, maybe a little bit of hits left, and that's going to do not good. So, I'm going to have to Ice Shard everything from here on out. So, I'm going to Ice Shard. I'm going to go down in Life Orb probably this turn. If not this turn, next turn. Dangers of running Life Orb. It takes away a fairly large chunk of your health each turn. So, that's going to be the end of that Mamoswine, ending that threat to my Greninja, as I live on 3. So that's good news for me, especially if he wants to bring in the Superior. or whatnot. So, what is that? That's not Rotom, that is Greninja. Okay, so really there's no point in preserving the Mamoswine. So I'm just going to go for an Ice Type Break, a potential Sash, although he's most likely running a Life Orb. He could be running Life Orb. Water Shriek. What? Props to my opponent for that. Yikes. Not good for me, so I have to take him out with Greninja. He is Life Orb, so incoming Manectric. I'm going to Thunderbolt this person back to the Stone Age. If Rotom comes in, so be it. Be wise for him to switch. Probably a good idea. So I'm going to Thunderbolt here. He might switch if he has the Superior. He might switch into that. In that case, Water Shrieking. I'm going to eat that up. In that that Greninja is toast. Because here comes the Thunderbolt. Splunch, and down goes the Greninja, and we have one Pokemon left on my opponent's side. Now, if it is the whatchamacallit, Salamence, I'm tempted to switch out here. Because actually I could just fire up a Hidden Power Ice. Unless he does like a Draco or something. I don't think I could take a Draco. Well, if he drops a Draco, then I can go out into the Typhlosion, just wreck it. Which I think is a smarter play just in case he's physical. Now I see why he saved his... He wanted to take out the Mamoswine, just stayed in there. I should have switched out, really. So, I mean, I wasn't going to take an Earthquake with this thing, so what's you going to do? Dragon Dance? Okay. So, I don't think Eruption is my best play, so he is physical, or in some sense of the word, physical. So, I don't think I outspeed. I'm going to go for an extra sensory. Because I think I'm going to get outsped and it'll be the best. So I'm going to go for an extra sensory here. So EQ. Uh-oh. This is bad. This is very bad. This is very, very bad. Okay. So now that he is faster and he went for a Dragon Dance. Oh, I should just went for HP Ice. Oh no. Well, I am going to get the Intimidate drop, so I think that's it for me. Oh well. Good game to my opponent, as I'm just going to try and I don't think I outspeed, and that's not, Manectric's not going to be able to eat that up. Nope. So good. I was thinking VGC and Protect. Oh boy. And that's my own fault for losing that. I could have done a lot of damage with a Hidden Power Ice. But I mean, it might not have KO'd. I didn't need a KO'd on that, and there's a chance it wouldn't have happened. So that's another loss for this team. So we are 3-2 with this team. So let's see if we can't get a win here. I think this is going to be our last battle with this team. So yes, I want to continue battling. So, what are your favorite Pokemon? I don't know. I've grown attached to certain ones over the years. And Typhlosion, really, Gen 2 is kind of my favorite gen. Just going back, because I remember I had a Game Boy Color, and I had one of those ridiculous, we meet someone from Japan with a 1593 rating. I had one of those really, really freaky little light thingies. So, threatening team here, Aegislash, Hydreigon, Mawile, P2, blah blah blah, Heatran, and Cresselia. Really, right off the bat, what I see is Crawdaunt does really well in the lead position here. Minus is if he brings the Hydreigon. Again, Mamoswine also does really well here. So I think Crawdaunt, Mamoswine, and Manectric again. Yeah, Crawdaunt, Mamoswine, and Electric, I think. Manectric, I think, are my best plays. Because I don't think he'll... Wow, my opponent chose rather quickly there. Good luck to my opponent from Japan with the Elite Ace Trainer Female Sprite. But going back to my Gen 2 story, I remember I had the not green, it was the Aquamarine. So Crawdaunt leading out here against the P2. I'm going to go for a Dragon Dance right off the bat here. No reason not to. So I'm going to Dragon Dance it up. If he switches into... Oh, he's going to stay in, so what you going to do? So I'm going to Dragon Dance. I probably should have just knocked off the Eviolite. Trick Room. So I'm going to go for the knockoff here. I mean, the Mawile is probably coming in, to be honest with you. Try attack. Please don't get a burn. And the knockoff coming through. Do quite a bit of damage knocking off the Eviolite. That means with the 1 turn left, I'm going to be forced and Trick Room. I'm going to have to go for an Aqua Jet here. I am stuck into going to Aqua Jet, and that should take care of the Porygon 2. As now I have to pretty much stall out Trick Room, which is not good. So now my opponent is free to bring in whatever he wants. Most likely the Cress, seeing if this was a Trick Room team, or the Mawile. Okay, so I'm going to be sitting at -1, so I have 1 turn of Trick Room down. I'm going to actually keep track of Trick Room turns. If I had a pen that worked. So 1 turn of Trick Room down. I have to stall out 3 more. So it'll be 2 by the end. Once Crawdaunt knows down, his Mawile's probably going to go for a Sucker Punch. Or if he goes for a Swords Dance, it's greedy. Good on you, man. Good on you. So goes for a Swords Dance. That's absolute worst case scenario. So yeah, we're probably seeing a Swords Dance here. Gonna do a little bit of damage. Yeah, there's a Swords Dance for my opponent. Really couldn't do anything about that. So is he gonna Sucker Punch? This is not good. So I'm gonna just Aqua Jet again. I'm probably gonna get Sucker Punched again, or not. You getting that greedy? Knockoff. Okay. So there's another turn of Trick Room. So there is the Swords Dance, and that one. So Trick Room's up. So with that being said, I can go out into Manectric and get the Intimidate and then Flamethrower. I think that's the correct play because he'll be sitting at +1 as opposed to +2. So I'm going to Mega Evolve and then Flamethrower. I mean, the Crest could come in here, which would be a smart play on my opponent's part, having double Trick Room, as I really don't have an answer for that. How did I lose count of Trick Room, though? I mean, that kind of doesn't surprise me in the slightest, but hopefully... Firing off an Intimidate, Sucker Punch. Can you take it? Nope. Alright, so that's down with the Manectric. And now I'm in a little bit of a pickle. Because Ice Shard will not take out. And I could go down a Life Orb if the Mamoswine can eat the Sucker Punch. So, why didn't you go for the Sucker Punch on the... Were you predicting a switch? Earthquake, so I'm going to have to Earthquake and hope I can take a Sucker Punch, which I don't think I can, and that's going to be another... Well, that's going to be another loss. Mamoswine eats it, but I'm going to go down to Life Orb, Recoil, and that's a good game to my opponent. And that's going to wrap things up with this team. We ended up going 3-3, which isn't bad. Could have made some smarter plays throughout. I mean, a couple of the matches, that match really wasn't anything at least I think I could have done. Maybe if I had brought... maybe the Typhlosion, maybe? But I had to get the knockoff off on the P2, and getting the trick room, although had I gone for knockoff turn 1, it wouldn't have done as much, and the Aqua Jet wouldn't have taken him out without the Dragon Dance. So I think that's kind of what I did what I had to. But then again, I could have gone for the Protect play. Maybe if I would have Protect stalled out his Sucker Punches, but he probably had 8. And I don't think I could have done that all the entire time, but you know, it is what it is, and that was fun. So that's about going to wrap things up for this episode. If you have any suggestions for any teams you'd like to see, or any Pokemon that you'd like to see, leave them down below in the comments, and I'll eventually like to try and get those worked in. But that's going to wrap things up, and I'm going to get on out of here. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.